fourth principle, quality. This is a huge issue people have, quality. Man, you get leads to come in quantity, but you get the wrong quality and you can't do anything with them, so you wasted all your money. All right. Create a response mechanism that controls the quality of response with friction or lack thereof. That is all there is to quality. That's all there is to quality. Now, let me explain some more about that because it's kind of cryptic. All right. Friction is defined as how hard is it for the person to respond. That's in advertising, that's called friction. So in the old days when you ran an ad, you had to run an ad to say, you ran an ad in the back of a newspaper or something, and the person had to get the newspaper, open it, read it, see your ad, and then if they wanted to order something from you, a book or something, they'd have to sit down, find a letter, find a stamp, write out the form, send you a letter, and mail it off, and then wait 6 or 8 weeks for the thing to come back in and then receive it, right? That was a high level of friction. That's something that obviously in the modern age, we don't have to put up with anymore because there's so many more low levels of friction, but that's an idea. So the person who bought that book really wants that book, right? Now, if the level of friction was, okay, now the book's available down at the bookstore and it's just 10 feet down the road there, it's a much lower area of friction, so that person doesn't have to be as interested, okay? Let me get a little more exact. Let me get more specific on this, okay? I put these in rough order of friction, right? Okay, first is one click. So say you're on the internet and it says, click here, and we'll schedule you for your appointment for your decompression, right? And the person clicks once, and it automatically schedules them, and it's all done. Just one click, magical click, right? All right. Do you realize how low quality that schedule is? There's probably so few of those will show up that you won't bother to do it anymore because they only had to do one. Their investment was one click. They read your ad maybe, and they clicked once, and that's it. Worthless, almost worthless. Such a huge no-show rate because there's nothing invested. There was almost zero friction. Okay. Now you can go a little further. 2 clicks, okay? There's some lead forms on Facebook that require the person to actually read something and then click and then read something else and then click. Okay, now you have someone who's literally twice as interested. They push themselves through twice as much friction in order to get your offer and start scheduling, okay? So that is an idea that you see one's next. Now, the next level down would be if you may say, okay, call to take advantage of the offer. I want you to call or text my office if you want this. And then they have to talk to your scheduler. Whoever's doing your scheduling is your scheduler. So they have to call and text and talk to your scheduler in order to get an appointment. Okay, much more qualified person. Much more qualified person. More friction would look like you have to click, go to a page, read the whole page, fill out the form, get the information, talk to the scheduler, right? Okay, even higher. That's an even more qualified person. They're more enlightened, they know more what's going on, they have to do more things, jump through more hoops. Beyond that, I've even heard, you click the page, go to the forum and even prepay. I mean, I know folks who are so fed up to hear with bad quality, they go, no, you got to pay before I'll even see you. Now, I've proven about a dozen times that actually makes you less net money when you do the prepay, but it does make you a lot happier because everybody who comes in is prepaid. Now, still doesn't work as well as you think it would. It's amazing people pay the money and just not show up, right? The idea is that supposedly that's the highest quality person, but you actually squeeze out so many people. I'm just giving you a little sidebar here of information. When you do the prepay, usually you lose more net than you would. So you actually make less than you would have if you just put up with the people who didn't schedule and do better scheduling processes to make that work, right? Guys who can get in front of the stage and do a presentation to a room full of people and close these guys from the stage do so well. We see those practices just grow and grow and grow and grow. Almost, and the doc is like, wow, that's great. I sold everybody on Tuesday and I did all my work for the week, right? He's got his associates doing other stuff. And some of you guys on here know what I'm talking about. And they usually bring somebody with them and they bring their body all the way, get in the car, drive all in, bring their body, sit down and watch your presentation. That person is incredibly motivated. They may or may not be the right person. There's still things that could go wrong in the earlier parts of your intelligence and offer and such. But if that's the friction you give them, no wonder there's such a high close rate from seminars. No wonder it's so easy. I mean, once you've got the presentation down, which is part of your intelligence and your offer, quite honestly, it's just a long form offer, right? Once you've got that down and you get people to put their butts in the seats, that's why that's so good.